Hello. There we go. I guess that's fine. Here we go. There we go. Missed the morning workout, doing a little evening workout. Felt good to sleep in, though. Felt good to hit the snooze. But we got to get it in. And then, boom, we're set for the weekend. How's it going? How's it going? Cool. It's going well. It's going well. It's Friday. Getting ready for the weekend. Yeah. Getting in one last workout, and then, boom, all ready. Dodge Ram. All black Dodge Ram. What's up, Robert? Hello. Welcome. Hell yeah. Yeah. Ugh. Getting ready for spring. Hey, thanks for the follow. Working like a Dodge Ram. I guess good. If I bought a Dodge Ram that had the power level of me, I would feel duped. I would go, you stole me a lemon. This thing takes breaks all the time. The thing only works half the time. This thing only works an hour out of the day. But one day I'll get to Dodge Ram efficiency. Reliable stallion. Well, I guess Ram. Yeah, what a weird. I feel like Dodge was like, well, damn, Mustang is such a perfect name. Well, Mustang's trademarked. What do we got? What other rideable animals are there? Dodge Ram? Yeah, you want to dodge the Ram. I don't know, not as cool. They got the consolation animal. You know, everything after that. You couldn't go Dodge Clydesdale? Or, yeah, what are other type of horses? I guess you don't want to be like a copycat. Dodge Ram blacked out. Yeah. What other animal vehicles? Dodge Ram, Jeep, something, no. Mustang. What other animal ones are there? GMC, no. VW Bug. Volkswagen Beetle. How much are you down? We're down about 20 pounds. I started at 287. Today's day 92. Yeah, we're down to 268. Way to go. I see your lives pop up every now and again. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Just trying to stay consistent with it. You know, even if the number doesn't go down as much as I'd like it to go, I'm still putting in the work. Doing this, I know it's like healthier. I'm not like doing it for short-term goals or anything. So it's just to be healthier, you know. Consistency is key. Yeah, exactly. You know, if I decide to sleep in the morning, boom, doing an evening workout like right now. Just can't miss a day. That's always like the weakness, I feel like. You miss a day, and then that Monday is going to be that much harder. Hey, Toasty, thank you for the follow. And this time working out, you know, I've invested in a home gym. I got a stationary bike. I got some weights, not a whole lot, but it's good to start with. It keeps me going. Hey, Brody, thank you for the follow. It's easy to be like, I don't want to go to the gym today. Kind of hard to walk by a room in your house that's right next to your bedroom and be like, I gotta be really lazy to not work out. And normally I do it like right when I wake up, but you know, some days, today I was just like, I need to snooze. I need to slap that snooze button, and that's okay because I'm putting it in now. Haven't been to the gym in like a week. Need to get on it. Yeah. Sooner than later. No better day than today. Hey, Landon, thanks for the follow. I think this weekend, you know, I've been grinding it out on the 20-pound dumbbells. But I think for like curls and for rows, I'm definitely maxing out. So I think it's time to go up in weight. So I'm going to buy some 35s. What's your diet eating routine? My diet's not super strict, but I am trying to maintain a calorie deficit. So I've been keeping a food log and trying to stay under. In terms of like what I eat, you know, cutting out sweets, you kind of like naturally like avoid stuff that is really, really bad for you because it's just like, man, I ate that donut. I felt like I ate nothing. Yo, I just farted. Congratulations. If you would have held that fart in, you would have died. You just saved your own life. Hell yeah. There you go. I'm a little psychic sometimes. If you would have held that fart in to be polite, you would have exploded. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Just get that sweat flowing, thank you. I will. Such a bad joke. Good try, Unc. Thank you. It's all shots on goals. When it comes to jokes, it's all shots on goal. I make jokes all the time, maybe 1 in 100 hit, but that one, people will go like, "You're funny." It's pretty good. That's all stand-up is. Every stand-up special is like the stripping out of thousands of jokes that came before it that weren't funny. But you just test it in front of an audience. You find the stuff that works, you refine it, and then every comedian special is a result of thousands of blank stares as they work the circuit. Testing it out, refining it. But it all starts with a bad joke. It starts with something that has a sprout, an attempt at something. You're like, there's something there. Can't farm the jokes if you don't plant the seed. All right, 20 more minutes on the bike, then we'll lift some weights. Keep it nice and easy. Before I veg out for the weekend. This Sunday, I found out there's like a sumo gym near me. I'm going to try out some sumo. It's hard to find information to see if it's still going. Like their last post was like from a year ago. But I'm going to show up and see what happens. They just had like the grand sumo tournament in Osaka. I don't know, I've never really watched sumo before, but it was kind of interesting. I watched the whole thing. I was like 14 days of matches and stuff. A lot of interesting ceremonies. And a surprise lack of branding. Like no one had like a Nike swoop on their sumo diaper or whatever you call it. If anything, it was like a different color. But no logos, no nothing. That's one thing I grow tired of in America is slapping brands on everything. It's like, okay, we get it. Can I just have part of my life on where I'm not being advertised to? It's like gas station TV. I hate gas station TV. It's like, man, what's next? Laundry TV? Toilet TV? There was like an indie movie a while back called Strawberry Mansion. Kind of a weird name for the movie, but it was about in the future they have like figured out a way to like tax your dreams. And this lady hasn't paid her taxes in a long time, so they're like auditing her lifetime of dreams and being like, oh, you gotta pay for that, gotta pay for that. Interesting concept. And also, a new fear developed. If I ever become super rich, I'm going to buy thousands of hours of gas station TV airtime and just have it look like it's a broken screen. Just complete, total silence. I'd be like, there you go. No one likes your stupid gas station TV. And movie theaters have tried to start doing like podcast-ish, like quiz show. I don't know. Just bad, really bad stuff before movies. What soulless, you know. Just the fact that somebody got in a room and thought that was a good idea, and then they produced it and put it up, and continued to do so at the dismay of everyone else involved. That's right, I'm calling out Maria Menudo. It's about time. What are you doing, Maria? Come on. This is not the way. If you think you're going to get famous off of these weird pre-movie trailers, you're wrong. Sorry. Find another path. All right, 15 more minutes on the bike here. Then we'll lift some weights for 30 minutes. And then we're done. I get to rest for the rest of the weekend. And then back at it on Monday. What state you in? I'm in Michigan. Good old cold. Well, today was like in the 50s, but still. West Virginia here, brother. Nice, nice. I like Michigan most of the time, but spring is definitely kind of like the most cheesy season. Like, I'm just ready for it, but it keeps lying to me. I have to spend a whole season guessing if it's going to snow again before summertime. Fall, at least you're expecting the cold. Winter is obviously cold. But spring, come on. Hey, Mike, thanks for the follow. Also, I think I've been about mixing in some boxing workouts throughout the week. I got a heavy bag and a speed bag. I just don't know what to do for like an hour. But we can figure it out. I could look up some YouTube videos. Maybe I'll do that for next week. That'll be from my goal for the next week. Try a couple of boxing morning workouts. I think if I just dance around the bag punching it for an hour, that's pretty good cardio, right? We'll see. We will see. I like boxing, but putting on the wraps is annoying. It's just like and my hands get so sweaty. So I gotta like wash my wraps almost every other time. I probably should wash them every time. Maybe just buy more wraps. Do a full load of wraps. But it's fun. It's fun to punch things. It does get the aggression out. I feel like, boom. Keeping it loose. I'm more amazed at people that can punch fast. Like, I feel like My fastest is like punching through jello compared to like an actual boxer. I don't even have to punch that hard, but if I can punch fast, maybe I'll start doing the speed bag. Work up to like a really quick punch. And I gas out. My stamina has never been that good. You know, big guy, a lot of extra weight. But, you know, hopefully we get there. I've definitely noticed that it's day 92. I'm noticing, like, my energy levels are way up. It's way easier to go to sleep, way easier to wake up. You know, clothes are fitting better. So, a lot of good things happening. Even if I've plateaued a little bit with my weight. I got to be more strict with my deficit. I think I need to move my calorie deficit down 500 calories. Because right now it's like 2,500, and that's really hard. But I feel like I'm stagnated a little bit in the weight loss. I think we'll see what happens if I could keep it under 2,000. But man, that's going to suck. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. Again, my fat brain likes to trick me into thinking like jamming more food down my gullet is going to make me happier. And also finishing things. I'm a big, I always eat everything. Like, even leftovers, I don't want to throw anything away. Have you seen any big changes? Oh, yeah. I feel like, you know, pants especially fitting way better. Shirts fitting way better. I'm on, like, the last belt loop. Like, I had, just before starting this, I had, like, sort of given up. And I'm like, I guess I got to just get a big boy belt. And now I'm, like, on the last loop of the big boy belt. About to go back down to my previous belt size. So that feels good. And yeah, just energy-wise, it's weird. It's like permanently having coffee in my system. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like I used to have to take like naps once a day, but I'm a bad napper. I'm always like hungover. I feel like worse than I did before I took the nap, after I take a nap. I think it's just because I do it for the wrong amount of time, where I just wake up in deep sleep or something. But, yeah, I kind of don't do the naps anymore, which is good. And it just feels good. Like, my arms have definitely gotten noticeably bigger. And, you know, you catch people looking because, like, you know, before, when your arms are just big, it's like whatever. As soon as you get some definition in there, you get some stares. People are like, oh, damn. Have you been working out? And I go, yes, I have been, actually. Every day. Every weekday. And my wife, when we're like cuddling or whatever, she's like, dang, your arms aren't like flabby anymore. They're not like pillows. I feel like guy biceps are like women's breasts. That's like the thing that, hey, my eyes are up here. That's like our version of cleavage. Showing off some definition. Boom. Amazing to see you getting it every day, bro. Keep chasing the dream. Thank you, Super. Thank you very much. Yeah. Staying consistent, getting it in every day. Feeling good. You know, lifestyle change. It's not for any short-term gains. I'm not losing it just for beach season. Not losing it for a wedding, not losing it for insert X event here. I'm just doing it to be healthier in my life. Trying to make long-lasting changes. That's the key. Look great and feel better, my man. Thank you, thank you. All right, 5 more minutes on the cardio, then we'll lift some weights. Let's go. Hey, what's up, brother? Who this guy? What's going on? And a little bit of sibling rivalry. You know, my brother runs marathons, but he started to lift weights. And like last time he was in town, people were like, ooh, and an on over his muscles. And I go, that ain't shit. Let me show you some gains. And so now I'm getting to it. A little bit of a rivalry. He's looking good, and I feel good for him. But, you know, he's a skinnier little guy. That's the one secret benefit of being fat is, like, you can, like, you're, like, permanently bulked up. So, like, I don't know, I can put on some serious muscles. So let's show them off. Let's show off the potential. We're getting there. Starting a cut tomorrow. There you go. Yes. You know, every time you hit a record high weight, you know, that's just more clay to sculpt into a beautiful sculpture. We could all be fitness gods. All the fats. Just got to put in the work. That's what I'm doing. Day by day, little by little. And you don't even have to go like that hard. Like I used to think like guys who were like super ripped were like at the gym like full time, like 8 hours a day. But honestly, they just kind of like lift heavy and eat right. Do you walk or no? Yeah, I go on walks, especially when the weather's nice. I'll do like a mile walk. I live in Michigan though, so the weather is like all over the fucking place. So that's why I got the stationary bike. This is like the no excuses cardio. So, but hopefully when the weather gets nice, I'll do some walking streams, calisthenics in the park or something. Feels good to be in nature and not locked up in this inside the house. There you go, getting your steps in. Hey. Everything you do is better than sitting on the couch. I'm a programmer, and I play video games. 2 very sedentary things. So, you know, I got to get this in. But I live in New York, so, yeah. Yeah, I'm very jelly. Very walkable city. But also dangerous, because you're walking by like a lot of restaurants and amazing food all the time. Is my job fun? It can be. I'm at like a startup. But, you know, the other side of the startup coin is like, we have fun, but it's just like, sometimes you gotta really put in the work. It's like, damn. I live upstate. Oh, well, there you go. It's always cold besides summer, and I live in the woods. Oh, shit. Yeah. So, nothing beats a home gym. Yeah, even just walks around the neighborhood or whatever. Yeah, something. But it's hard. I get you. When the weather is shit. What do you do, like, exactly? I am a programmer. I program a web app. I work on, like, the back end. And sometimes I do front end stuff when needed. There we go. Oh, yeah. For me, that could never work. Gaming with a small treadmill. Uh, I do have a standing desk. Uh, I've tried the treadmill thing before. Man, my brain is not split to work that way. All right, let's lift some weights. Woo. Take a little bit of a break. I'd be down to try a standing desk again. I gotta just use it. I forget I have it. I have so much shit on my desk. I gotta just clean it off. Like every time I like push the button accidentally, all the shit on my desk shakes off. I'm like, oh, I forgot this was a standing desk. I forgot I got this during COVID, and I thought it would be a good idea, and I've only used it a handful of times. All right, here we go. Lifting some weights. So I do 3 rounds, and then normally I would end with a plank, but my wife went to do yoga and she took the mat. So, hey, thanks for the follow. All right, here we go. We just kind of freestyle it. I don't got any loose plan. I just try to hit different muscle groups. But here we go. Woo! One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, what's up, W? Good evening. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sorry for the belly. 11, 12. You're very tough. Stay safe. Thank you. I will. Thank you, Weed Man. Hey, thanks for the follow, Weed Man. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Switch arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. do some lateral raises, some squats, and that's the end of round 1. Then we repeat that 2 more times, and then we're done. We get to party. How can I become a programmer? Plenty of free resources online. Yeah, recreate something that you like a weird calendar app, or like try to make your own Twitter. Try to make something like just small, and then like even if it's not original whatsoever, I mean, you just kind of reverse engineer and start off small, something super simple, and then it's hard. It's almost like speaking another language. So, you're gonna be suck. It's gonna be you're gonna make like very little progress, and it's gonna hurt your brain. You're gonna have to look up like every little thing to do. Like, how do I do this? Oh, how do I do that? But you'll get better and better over time, and then you'll be making like crazy video games and weird apps, but in no time, and they'll make absolutely no money, but it'll be fun. I don't know. Recommend starting with Java, or I don't know, whatever. Python's another good one, I think. JavaScript's very entry level. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, switch arms. Can you do a gaming stream maybe one day? Yeah, sure. I don't know what I would play. I'm kind of a boring video gamer. I don't know. I kind of just like stare at it silently. I think like doing this is helping me like figure out how to talk more, just to silence or to chat. I guess it helps. I don't know what I would play. What are you playing? I play Balatro, but that's kind of like so saturated. I see Balatro clips all the time, and it's kind of like I don't know. You lose so many times, and you hit one good RNG deck and card combo. 1, 2, 3. I love a story mode game. Oh yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah, I've been wanting to go through Last of Us. I kind of missed the boat on that, and I know a lot of people hated like the second one, but I kind of want to go through. I like got halfway through the second one, and then I don't know. I just stopped playing it, and now it's all these years later, and I still haven't beaten either one of them. But I own them. They're just sitting collecting dust. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, do some squats. And that's the end of round 1. Then we take a little break, rewind, do it again. Have you watched The Last of Us TV show? Yeah, I watched up to the run with Ron Swanson. And I was like, damn, that was really good. And then, I don't know. I kind of didn't want spoilers for the game, so I stopped watching. But I've heard it's very good, so. And I think it's coming back for the next season or whatever. But yeah, another thing to get into. 1, 2, get really low. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, we get really low. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, there we go. All right. 10-second rest. Then we start round 2. Whew. I'm trying to get like super low on my squats. I'm trying to get like frog mode. Yeah, it feels better. You gotta do a Fortnite stream. I had fun with Fortnite, but then you just like hit the wall where you like either encounter a hacker or someone that's just way better than you. You know, whatever you gotta tell yourself. Uh, yeah, I just see people that are way better. It's just like, well, this isn't fun anymore. I hate Fort. Yeah, it's just too much. There's too many like too much money in it. I don't know. It's still fun every once in a while. Didn't they get rid of the build mode or something, or was that just a temporary thing? I'd be interested to download it again and try it out just to see where it's at. But yeah, I don't know. I have like 2K hours on it, and I low key regret it. Yeah, I get that. I mean, I put a lot of hours into PUBG when that came out, and same thing happened. It was just like, I don't know, it just wasn't fun anymore. I wish you could just like, I wish it was like a version like that was just like I could just play with my friends. Like it doesn't gotta be. I don't gotta play with everybody. Like if I could just get 4 friends together, I guess you can't really do that with a battle royale, but I don't know, something like that. All right, here we go. Round 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Don't swing them. 11, slow. 11, squeeze. 12, 12. Whoo. Where and why did you start streaming? I actually started streaming AI stuff like right before pandemic, and then I really doubled down when pandemic because I couldn't go out and do anything. So, yeah, I was just streaming like random AI storytelling streams when like AI Dungeon came out, and then Novel AI and Cobalt AI. I was just telling weird stories with my friends, and I have dyslexia, so like it helped me to write regularly. Like I don't think I've ever written so much in my life, and so like creative writing was a nice outlet. And then I developed like when Infinite Seinfeld came out, I made like a Garfield version of that called Goopsie, and that was fun. But it was just like I programmed for work, so I was just like programming and then programming for fun after work, and it was just too much. So then I started working out. I started working out in January, and I was like, okay, if I'm gonna stream, 2 birds, 1 stone. It's got to be like a healthy stream. I got to do something good. Do you watch anime? What's your fave? Ooh, yeah. Attack on Titan's pretty up there. I watched the end of that. I've always tried to get into One Piece, but I keep starting and stopping, taking too many breaks. There's too many damn episodes. Ooh, I watch a lot of stuff though. Hajime no Ippo, Apari Ranman, Baki, Baki Hanma, Baki Hanma. I don't even know how to pronounce it. 1, 2, 3. One Punch Man. 4, 5. Mob Psycho 100. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Woo! Do you have any good general tips for losing weight? Food log. For me, I always was like, I'm not keeping a food log. I'm not doing homework as part of my working out. And I think I just needed that eventually. I think for this, keeping a food log and keeping a calorie deficit every day is like so key. Like you can work out every day, but you're just going to plateau eventually unless you have a deficit. Uh, and then don't diet. Don't go on any diets. Calorie deficit is more than enough. Like try to cut back on sweets and stuff. Still treat yourself every once in a day. You know, make an allotment for it. Like know that like if you have like a cupcake and it's your birthday or something, like be like, okay, I'm gonna shoot for that this day and still keep my deficit going. I don't know. I think a lot of times before I've like messed up in the past because you're like, okay, I'm gonna go on a calorie deficit and I'm gonna cut out all bread or try to do like meat only or something. You do all this crazy stuff that's you're like making it just so much harder on yourself. I don't know, keep eating what you eat, but just eat less of it. I don't know. That for me is working out right now. We'll see how long I can keep that up. Anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've been on a deficit for 14 weeks. Okay, nice. There you go. Tell me you watched Naruto. Yeah, I've seen Naruto. I stopped watching when it was like, I don't know. They just like try to squeeze too much out of it. I think I stopped watching like when the pain fight. I was like, okay, that was pretty good. And then I was like, I can't watch anymore. Maybe I should go back and finish it off. All right, switch arms here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, some lateral raises here. Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, switch your arms. 6'1", nice. I'm a tall boy too. I'm 6'2". I went from 35% body fat to 22. Wow, damn, nice. Congrats. Do I have a PlayStation? Yep, I don't have a PS5 though. But I kind of have buyer's remorse from getting a PS4. I was like waiting for the games to come out, and they just never really came. I don't know. Buyer's remorse. I'm like, maybe I'm done with that. I have a Switch. You know, that's pretty much it. I'm more of a PC gamer than anything, but you know, for console exclusive, you gotta shell out the dough sometimes. 1, 2, 3. I'm excited for the new Donkey Kong. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and $90 Mario. You know, whatever. 10, 11, 12. All right, do some squats. That's end of round 2, and then one more round, we're done. Whew, man, I am getting super sweaty. All right, squats. Here we go. 1, I'm trying to get super low. 2, let's jump it up. 3, frog mode. 4, 5, 6, 7, super low. 11. 12. Woo! Okay. Short break. Give myself 10 seconds. And then finish out. Round 3. Last round. Then we're done. Resting for the weekend. All pumped up, ready to go. Woo! All right, here we go. Last sets. 1. 2. 2. 3. 4. 5. Trying to really squeeze on the up. 6. Nice and slow. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. Nice. Woo. Have you watched Severance? Yeah, I love Severance. Too real. You know, I feel like every office worker has like super PTSD from watching that. That and Silicon Valley. You know, funny show, but actually being in the tech world, there's a lot of nightmarish parts to Silicon Valley. It's almost like Severance level horror. Daddy? I ain't your daddy. But hello. What's your favorite show? Ooh. I don't know. Of all time. What about Ted Lasso? Ted Lasso's another one I heard good things about, but I've never watched it. Favorite show of all time? Ooh. I gotta think about it. 1. 2. Sorry for belly. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. Woo! There we go. Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad is really good. Better Call Saul, also really good. Venture Brothers. Love Venture Brothers. So sad when it got canceled. The movie was pretty good at wrapping stuff up, though. Felt like we got cheated, but, you know, it could always come back. Probably not, though, but, yeah. Venture Brothers is up there for, like, cartoon. It makes no sense, and I quote it all the time. I'm a real big fan of Aqua Teen. Aqua Teen Hunger Force is so funny. So random. Still going, still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Woo! Yeah, Stranger Things. I haven't watched any of the. I think I watched the first 2 seasons, but yeah, that's still going strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One thing, and it might be nostalgia, Uh, but I like watched it as like new episodes were coming out, and like I watched it with a big group of people, so I have like a lot of stuff, a lot of extra stuff built up behind it. And I understand that it might not be everyone's show, but Battlestar Galactica, man, that was so good. Like the whodunit of who's the Cylons. That was such a fun aspect of the show. Good water cooler show. Star Trek, Sopranos, uh, 6 Feet Under. I'm just saying a bunch of top rated shows. All things I really like though. All right, do some lateral raises, some squats, and then we're done. We're ready to party for the weekend. Woo! All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Woo. So James. So you have a full routine for the workouts? Kinda. For the weights, I kind of like, freestyle it a little bit, but I basically do the same thing with random calisthenics and stuff mixed in throughout it. I try to change it up a little bit, try to get some chest and some core stuff in it. But, most of the time it's just kind of like whatever I feel like that day. 1. I need to refine it a little bit more. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm also trying to use what I got. 10, 11, 12. Whew. For any lack of weights, I feel like you could replace it with something calisthenics or body weight. Do a modified version if you have to. But you could basically hit everything without like any weight machines or nothing. So, I'm putting it to the test. I believe that, but we'll see. I might be able to get faster gains through like using weight machines, but I don't have any weight machines and I don't have a gym membership, so I gotta kind of do what I can do. But I'm always open to suggestions if people have stuff that works for them. Would you say working out and keeping a good calorie deficit is a perfect combo? Yeah. Without going on a diet, yeah. Unless you're eating a lot of bread or something like, I don't know. You know what? Yeah, fuck. If you could like make it and keep a calorie deficit by eating bread every day, more power to you. But for me, it's always been like another layer of difficulty. Working out every day and keeping a calorie deficit is hard enough as it is. I don't got to be eating plain white rice cakes on top of that. Like every form of torture, like, one step at a time. If I was like really trying to lose weight rapidly, but then, I've done that so many times, and guess what happens? You gain it back so quickly. So all that torture was really for nothing at the end. Calorie deficit and working out, that's the key. And it's working out for me. So, maybe I'll hit a super plateau and stay 260 for the rest of my life. But, at least I'll feel good doing it. Really more of a life change. Oh my God. Anybody else's TikTok, make them do captchas every damn day. Okay, squats, and then we're done. One more set of squats, and we're good for the weekend. And then I'll see everybody on Monday morning. Okay, here we go. Frog mode. Activate. 1. Really low. 2. 3. 4. Up them quickly. 5. 6. Really sinking into my heels. 7. Straight down. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. Woo! All All right. There we go, everybody. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your weekends. Thanks for the support. Thanks for talking to me. Thanks for all the kind words. Hey, thanks for the roses. Have a good weekend. See you on Monday. I work out every morning. If I miss a morning workout, I usually do it in the evening, like right now. So, yeah. Enjoy yourselves. Here's a sweat, proving I did actually do something. Anyway, all right. Have a good weekend, everybody. See you Monday. Bye. Bye, W. Have a good weekend. See you on Monday.